Rogel. Hello, I am Rachel Keys, and I want to talk today about how we got here. Why someone like me is up out of her blueberry patch trying to make a real difference. For me, it started 2017. Back then, all Americans, Democrats, Republicans, liberals, conservatives, old, young, all races, genders, and religions, all Americans, we the people were all sending the same message, loud and clear. And that message was this: we don't trust politicians anymore. Things obviously aren't working, and we want to see real, measurable policy changes. Now, the National Democratic Party, they largely ignored that message. They said, no. Americans don't know what they really want. What they really want is calm, stability, continuity. And then they gave us legacy Democrats. They gave us more establishment Democrats. But this time women. Wasn't enough. But the Republican Party, they didn't. They heard that message loud and clear, and they tapped right into it. They said, we hear you, America, and we agree. We don't trust politicians either. And that's why we're offering you something completely different. We want this country run like a business. Forget career politicians. We want to put businessmen in charge. For a change, we're going to run the country like a business. Now, those of you who have ever sought out public political engagement at any level, the canvassers, phone bankers, event organizers, even the candidates, you know how hard that is. Public engagement for politics. Well, it was even worse back then. People were really disengaged back then. No one knew how many raccoon penises the HHS director had in his pocket, or what the FBI director looked like soaked head to toe in beer, or which white nationalist tattoos the Lord of War, or whatever he calls himself today, has. We largely couldn't name two of their respective predecessors. We the people had just gotten so used to two sides of the same coin. Whoever you voted for, nothing really ever actually changed. So people were truly apathetic. Because you know what? The truth is, life is hard. We the people are struggling. Days are long, but somehow they're also way too short at the same time. And most people just don't have the time to dedicate to all of it. All of the time, it's overwhelming. That's why we see a lot of students and retirees going door to door for politics, and not a lot of prison guards and nurses. And honestly, those canvassers, they'll tell you, it's exhausting work, it's stressful, and it's largely fruitless. There are historically slow gains in politics, hours of work, and for decades, we just didn't notice government because things never really actually changed that much. And then, through all of the noise of the election season, two underlying messages came through to the top, to voters, as a choice. And the choice was one, another career politician and legacy Dem, but this time woman. Or choice two, something actually different. Anything actually different, whatever that meant. But listen, it was never just about gender. It wasn't about race or age or religion. It was never about those things. It was always about real, measurable policy change. And so something different, anything different, got us here today. And it's important to understand that, because those are the millions of people out there that we're trying to reach today. They're the ones saying, well, I didn't vote for this. I didn't know this was going to happen. I voted for something different, a business ban, but I didn't want this. And I want you to really hear this. It wasn't that they weren't listening to the right politicians. It's that the right politicians weren't listening to them. I'm going to say that again for those that need to hear it. It wasn't that we the people weren't listening to the right politicians. It's that the right politicians were not listening to us. Well, they're listening now. We're making them hear us now. We the people still want change, real, measurable change. We're just being a lot more clear about what that actually looks like now. And here on our 250th anniversary as a nation, I challenge us, we the people, to get out there and vote for that change like our country depends on it, because it actually does. I am listening. I hear you. I still hear that message. I hear it. Real, measurable policy change. And I want that too. And while there are those in the Democratic Convention that are still ignoring that message, there are others like me here in the Upper Peninsula who are saying the exact same message. We don't want America run like a business because we are not employees of our country. I want America run like a household because America is the land of the free and the home of the brave. This is our home. We don't just work here. We live here too. Take back your country from the businessmen who are using you as human assets for their profits. Because look around. When you're looking at the people doing the actual day-to-day work of keeping our country running, of caring for and providing for the people, it's not the politicians, and it sure as hell isn't the businessmen. It's we, the people. My name is Rachel Keys. I approve this message, and I'll see yous in November.